Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Amazonia from Stamperia. This is an album that we're making. This is a design project for Scrap and Create, and you can get all your supplies there. There's a link down below for that, and there's a link down below for the cutting guide for the project. So we are in the last video. We are embellishing today. Excuse me. And we're going to start, we have three big areas that we need to embellish and then smaller areas. But the big ones are this frame, the inside front cover, and the front cover. So we're going to work back to front and start with this frame. And I have fussy cut from the collectibles a lot of stuff. I did run out of steam. I'm sorry if you're hearing background noise. My cats have the zoomies. I ran out of steam and I didn't get these last few butterflies done. So let me do that real quick and then we'll get started. Those are done. Okay, now let me show you. So those came, these came from the collectibles, which is a pad like this that has basically items in it for you to fussy cut, plus a few other things. I didn't cut everything, but I cut most things. I didn't cut any of these tags or sayings because I figure I'll just choose the one I want and cut it at that point. Same with these, I didn't cut any of those. So that's those. And I haven't cut any of these. I might need some of the leaves, but I'm not sure. I've got quite a few. So we'll see. And then I have these wooden shapes. I just spilled die cuts. And then I have the die cuts that I just spilled all over the place. Hang on. Right, so I had to go run and check on my cats because I just heard a crash. And they're having a very destructive couple of days. Okay, so we have the die cuts. I think what I want to do, and I really have almost no room to do it, I'll pull this forward a little bit. Hopefully you can still see. I want to sort a little bit to see what I've got in the way of types of things here in the die cuts. So these are bugs and butterflies. That's kind of how I like to work. These are leaves. That's a feather. Okay, leaves, flowers, feathers, that's a flower, animals, bugs. You know what? I know I'm not going to use a scorpion. I'm just going to set that aside. Birds. Should I do birds and butterflies together? I don't think so, because I have a lot of butterflies. So bugs and butterflies can go together. Or at least near each other. It's just easier for me to work if I know what's in, what I can find. Okay, that's a tag. Bird. Tag. Another bird. I'm not going to use that big beetle. Flower. Feathers. Feathers. Where am I going to put you? Okay, we'll just put you over there. All right. Leaves, flowers. Animal. I don't know if that would count as animal or tag. It's both. Okay. Leaves. And a butterfly. More leaves. And a flower. What's that? That's words. Okay. Another leaf. And we're going to put him with the birds. And leaf. Okay. And then this, I can see everything here at a glance. So that's those. Put those off to the side. And then in here, and this is kind of where I want to start, is with foliage. Thinking, so start with something like that. That may be too big. see. And I'm going to kind of sort these the same way. Oh, and I also have actual 3D butterflies as well from Prima. You don't need 2 packs. I just had one in my stash, and then I got another one with the design package for this. Now, when I cut, I just want to show you, and you'll see it on this one too. When I cut out my fussy cuts, anywhere that's sort of delicate, I leave background. And then when I get to the point of using the thing, I'll remove whatever I need to remove. That's cool. Okay, let's... hang on. This is where working with a big book makes things a little difficult because you just don't have space to spread out, or at least I don't. If you have a bigger table, that would be awesome. Trying to make myself as much room as I possibly can here. Lots of butterflies and moths. There's leaves. Here's flowers. More butterflies. More flowers. I kind of want to start with leaves and then go from there. Little flowers. I have some of those little white flowers. See, I don't think I'm going to be using that. Just because, well, I might. See, I feel like this guy might work well on that page, but we'll see. I'm going to do, like I said, leaves and flowers first, and then we'll work the critters in. So this area here is leaves, because there was a whole page of these big leaves. We just need to be a little bit careful because you are possibly going to be sliding things in and out of this page. You know, in and out of the frame. Let's see. I'm just going to set that aside for the moment because it looks difficult to work with, so I may not use that one. And I'm not putting things in their permanent locations here. I'm just pulling out things that I think I might want to use. You can sort of see what I'm doing as I go through here. It's a tiny little bird. It's a hummingbird. I just want to make a lush, jungly frame around around the frame. Now I may not, I know I'm not going to use all of these here because I still have other places to work, but I'm just kind of laying them out and then we'll go from there. Just the leaves, and then we'll add flowers. Although I have this, which is a big flower that I like a lot. More flowers. All right, let's see, these are feathers. There's another hummingbird. It's a bug. These are feathers. These little white flowers I think I'll keep in here so I don't lose them. Feather. And leaf. Okay. Let me just slide that over a little bit for now. All right, so obviously I have way more here than I need, and I'll be using some of these elsewhere. But this is kind of what I'm going for. I do like that flower there, so let me just pull some of these things off. Hang on, I'm going to slide this over. Let's slide that over. Okay, so that gives me a little room over here to have my things. Okay, so let's do the big flowers. And there's other flowers here. And trees over here. Flowers. These are all flowers. Trees. Trees. I don't know if those are trees or leaves technically, but let's put that there. Call it shrubbery. Okay, and these are all leaves. Okay. And let me just take a quick look in the pile of flowers and leaves that we have here. That's a leaf. These are all flowers, right? Oh, there's that one. Take that. I'm just pulling things that's a feather. Okay, so by having some of these fussy cuts and some of them chipboards, that'll give us some dimension. Okay, so these are leaves. That's a fussy cut flower, which I don't need right now. Leaves. These are all leaves. Okay, those are all leaves. And where are my wooden shapes? And we have some wooden shape leaves and flowers. So there is, that goes in my signs that are over there somewhere. I'm thinking some of these may be on the cover because they're quite dimensional, but we'll pull them out. And leaves. I just want the leaves for now. And maybe these two little white flowers, if they want to come out. Okay, let's get this parrot out. So we're not going to use him here because he's right there, but then again, that's only an insert. Flowers. Okay, there we go. All right. Now I had this down here at the bottom, and I kind of liked that. And then we had this big hibiscus here along the side, and I liked that as well. Maybe a little lower so that he's just sort of peeking through. We'll see. And then I had this up there, but I have it in a chipboard, so that's sturdier, and we'll use that, or maybe. And then this one curls around this way, so that would be good there. This is another one that curls to the inside, so maybe behind that. Or maybe we'll save that one for something else. And save that. Or maybe we'll put that kind of there. I'm trying to get sort of set pieces where I want them. I think we want this protea up here. And then I think we're going to want something fairly substantial in the way of leaves behind that bird of paradise. And we had this tree, the banana tree. I'm wondering if we want to use the banana tree elsewhere, because we still, remember, have 2 other big pages to do. So maybe if we put that there like that. Okay, that's good. I'm liking that. And then maybe something on top like that to make it look like it's growing out of that, which is good. Getting there. And of course I lay all this stuff out, and then when it comes time to glue it, I have to pick it up, and then I forget where it all was, and we end up with something completely different. There's another tree type thing there. I think that's a banana also, a younger one. That looks like a caladium. There. And most of these kind of things are going to get used, I think, on this page. And then we have other things that'll be used elsewhere. And we have this. I'm not sure the lily pad. Oh, yeah, that works. Works as kind of a background piece, and we'll have other things on top. Because we still have flowers to add, too. I just want to make sure I have a full leafy jungle kind of background. And then I'm going to need something right there at the top. And I actually could put you know, a sentence or something there, but I don't think I want to. Because remember, we have butterflies too. I think I just want a leaf there, just maybe one. I think I need something flat because I have the chipboard there. And you know, I have all these leaves that I haven't cut out yet. I was thinking maybe just like one of these little guys. Oh, here's a bigger one. Let me cut that. Let's try that. Okay. So if we put that there, because that kind of matches what's happening on that side. And let's see. And then something like that. Whoops. So something like that, and then, you know, we'll do a little bug or something. And we still have flowers. Okay, so I'm going to slide that over a little bit. Slide that over a little bit. Okay. And I have flowers here, I have flowers there. That's fine. And I wonder if I want to pull this tree, because so little of it's going to show, and do something else, or do we want to use it kind of like that? Just going to pull that out. I still have this piece. Maybe put this piece there instead, something bigger. or do that, put that back down there, and then have something more substantial. Where's that? Hang on. This is where things start getting really fussy. We have this blue. I don't really care for that. He looks like he's getting ready to be lunch for that jaguar. We have a matching hibiscus over here. Don't care for that. I think I may end up putting that tree right back where I had it. Or we have that. I think I like the tree best. Yep. Okay. So far I am liking this. Now there's things we're going to add still, you know, like a butterfly or something, but I think as a base, this is pretty good. So I need to put down the ones that are going to be on the bottom. For instance, this one here. And I'm just kind of tacking these with just a little bit of glue. I can always go back and add, but this is just sort of getting the base pieces down. And this one we're going to put kind of over it, about there. Right. And this is going, like that's going to go on top of that. That is going to go under this one and over the tree, but this one's going behind the tree. So I want to put that about there. I don't know if you can kind of tell what I'm doing here. The tree is going to go underneath this one, but that is where that's going. So what I could do is put my glue down here away from where the tree's going, just to kind of tack it in place, and then I'll be able to tuck the tree under it. Right, that's going to go on top. That's going to go over these. I'm not inking any of these. You could. So that's going there, and that's going there. I feel like we're going to want something else there, maybe that. Okay, so that's going there. Again, I'm not putting glue, like I don't want everything flat, so I'm just sort of tacking everything with just a little piece of glue. And then I'm going to put this on top here. I'm going to leave it for the moment because I might put a bug or something on top of it, and I just want to play with it a little bit. Okay, so this tree is going on top of this. So this needs to go down, but these are going first. So let's tack that down. And then this one, do I want it on top? I think I'm going to tuck that one underneath, right about there. Okay. So we're coming along with this side. So the next thing to go down is going to be this. And you can see I've left quite a bit of it not trimmed out, but I think that's fine But I do think I want to trim out that. Right? And I think I'm going to trim off this little bit sticking out here. It doesn't add anything much and it's just kind of annoying. All right, so that, like that, and then this down like that. And we're going to have to trim a little of that leaf, I think, unless I really bring this way over, which I could do. I think either way I'm going to have to trim some of that leaf. But I think what I'll do, I'm going to cut that leaf off. And then I'll just move it in. Okay, so I don't have to actually cut it. All right, so what I'm going to do is put that maybe right about there. This tree is going under there. And then I have this one now. Am I missing a leaf? Yes. Hang on. Now I can't remember where I had everything. Was he tacked down and didn't stay? Where was he going? See? That's what happens. I can't remember where that was going, but that looks actually pretty good right there. This was further over. About there. And then the tree is a little bit further over, but not too much because that'll make it stick out there. And then I have this leaf now that I just cut out. That's actually part of that there. Things are getting a little confusing. All right, let's get this flower down. Let's start with that. And I'm just going to put this as far over as I can without that overhanging, and as far as up as I can without that overhanging, which is right there. Whoa. Don't need a big daub of glue right there. Okay, let's do that. And then I am going to put a little bit of glue under here. That looks good. I think I could trim a little bit extra of this green off, which I should have done probably before I put it down. But oops. Okay, there's that. And that's already glued down, so that's good. That like that. I mean, there's no point in using the tree if I'm going to cover up its stem, right? So I need to kind of be aware of what I'm doing with that. Right, so I think we're going to put this right here. Okay, so that side's coming along, and then this is going to be in here. right about there. But I'm not going to glue that down just yet. Let's start looking at this side. So I know I want to make kind of an arrangement of these three pieces. And this, I'm okay if that sticks out a little bit. That's fine because these are two-sided, so it'll look fine hanging over. It won't be a problem. So let's see, how's that? I think that's good right about there. Put that down. And then this is going to be on top and kind of going over around the corner. That's good. Okay. And then, what did I have? I had these leaves. Kind of like that. But I can't remember if one of those leaves was down here at the bottom with this hibiscus, and I feel like it was. Or maybe not. Put that there, and then one down here. I definitely feel like this hibiscus is going to need something at its base. Maybe one of these big philodendrons, if that's what it is. Okay. I think I have a lot of leaves pointing this way, which is fine. This one's going that way. Oh, those are going there. Yeah, it's all right. I just want to make sure I have everything. All right, so pretty clearly the next thing is going to be this guy here. I don't know where I want to put the glue, just in the middle, I guess. So he's just part of that. Okay. You know, we haven't used any of the wood ones. Maybe instead of, yeah, okay. Maybe instead of that, or of that one as well. Okay, we'll just play with this. But I think the next thing that's going to happen is this hibiscus. And I need to trim out some of the, like I said, where it's fragile, like with these very tiny leaf stems and stuff, I wait until I'm ready to glue before I take those off. Yeah, that's good. I just want to make sure those are going to be stable. Now, I've been playing with this all along like that, but I want to turn it over and see how it looks this way. I wonder if that's better. Hang on. That way. We have that. These are our options. That way. I kind of like it like that, just because it's a little less encroaching into the picture frame. Okay, so we're going to put this way. And hang on. Just got my Copic out because it's a little, well, yeah, I've got one leaf that's a little torn, so I'm just going to take it off. It'll be fine. So we're going to put that about like that. I think that looks good. Put that there, and then I do want to put glue under this leaf. Okay, there's that. Now we need down here. This from the chipboards. I kind of like that because it stabilizes that stem quite a bit. So let's use that. I'm almost certainly going to put some on top of it, but I just want to glue down this here. It doesn't matter if the glue seeps out, it's going to be covered. But I want that sturdy. Okay, and then put that like that. Okay, that's good. And then I need something here. Now that something might be, at this point, a butterfly. It might not need to be a leaf, although I kind of feel like I want it to be a leaf. Might not need to be that big a leaf though. Maybe just, I feel like it's a little off balance. It's lower here and high there. It's this corner needs something. But then again, like I said, that corner could just be a great big butterfly like that, with a leaf sticking out below it. I do kind of want to use these wooden ones, but if I use the wooden one, that's really going to lift this butterfly up. Or we could actually use this tiny little one that would never be seen specifically to lift the butterfly up and give us some dimension. That's kind of cool. All right, I think we need to start. And again, I still feel like I need a leaf of some kind down there, which we can add. I have this one. I don't know. We'll play with it. Let's see what we have. Now I have, and oh, that tree is not glued down yet. I need to do that tree. Okay, let's do the tree so I don't forget. And let's see, I'm going to put him, I think, right there. That looks pretty good, I think. Yeah. Just putting some glue on the back. Right there. And I want to put a little bit under the stem. Okay. Whew. All right. That's it. We got our base down, I think. Is that glued? Yeah, that's glued. This is not glued. I gotta glue this. Like that. Okay. Good. All right. So now we need to decorate that. We got our base. Now we have to decorate our base. And that's where our butterflies and animals and things come in, if we want to add them, which I know we do. I kind of like that one right there, so I'll leave him. We have this blue dragonfly, which is kind of cool. I don't know if I want him or not. We have the tiny little hummingbirds. Let's look at those. So I'm thinking hummingbirds love hibiscus. We might add one there. And could actually add another hibiscus flower here to make this look more like part of a bush instead of this butterfly, and then put the butterfly. Well, do I want to do that? No, I think I'll just leave it. Kind of like what I had. kind of want to add at least a flower or two on this side to balance what I have there. I have these little wooden ones. That's kind of neat. And then I should have, here they are, tiny little white ones. I set those aside in a box so I wouldn't lose them. I like that. And do I want maybe one over there? Maybe even two. One down low. Okay, there's a thought. This is a lily pad. So do we want to add, these are all really big. I don't want anything too big. I don't think. All the water lilies are gigantic. Is there? I've already glued that down. How about if we put it there? Is that too much white at the bottom? I may need to walk away from this for a minute and I don't want to make it too light. I definitely want it jungly feeling. I would like something down there, but maybe not that. I think that's just too big. Here's one that's much smaller. Hang on. How about that one? And that could actually even tuck under that a little bit. Okay. That's thought. That's definitely a thought. Okay. Where are, I've got all of these cut apart butterflies over here. Some of them are really big. I think too big for here. If I use that one, we could pull that one and use that one. Kind of like this because it fills in the green at the bottom. I don't think I want a really big butterfly. There's a little guy. That could go there and kind of blend in. You wouldn't really notice him at first. Maybe even down here. Or here's another green one. Camouflage thing going. There's those. Let's... Don't forget I have these. And we left a good ½ inch between our pages just specifically so we would be able to use some of these dimensional things. So maybe instead of him, we use that one. I like the idea of adding blue because there is blue there. Put the blue down here where, yeah, that shows better. And then maybe put the green one up here, make it a little bit more subtle. And I feel like we need something now down here. Because bearing in mind none of this stuff is glued down yet. A little something right there. Got a little cricket, or I don't know what he is, beetle or something. He could be on a leaf. I think that's getting to be too busy. I had one tiny little beetle. Oh, it's too busy after I've got 10 million other things here. Maybe maybe put that there. Okay, hang on. I need to stand up. I'm wondering, is that going to cause me a problem? Let's see. No, that page is going to move fine. Okay. About there. And then we have kind of a lot here that doesn't have a thing. And what did I do with that little bug? I think maybe that'll work. Have the bug climbing, that makes the bug look like a dinosaur. It's gigantic compared to the tree, but it works. Or if we wanted to add maybe a little color in that spot, I think that's what it needs, is a little color. Maybe one of those. That's better. Is better. I still feel like I need a little something there, but it's pretty good. All right, let's go with it. All right, so I think I just need, I'm just going to do the same thing and just work my way around, gluing things down. And I think I'll put these little flowers down first, and then the butterfly. That one's tucked underneath. I have no idea if our glitter glue works on wood. Hope it does, because that's what I'm using. Put that there. And then that one right there. Right there. I hope that's where I had it, but close enough. And you can lift these little wings up a little if you want to. Yeah, only glue it where the body is. I don't have another one here, but so when you're gluing the butterflies, just do a little bead of glue right there. I don't know if you could see it because there's a lot going on. Yeah, I feel like I still feel like, I think I originally had that further down here, but I feel like I still need something there, but it is what it is. We're just going to have to live with it and see. We'll go back through this several times, checking to see if we need things anywhere. That's going to go there. There is no room for you up here today. Nope, nope, nope. No. No. There's no room for you up here. Oh, I almost spilled all those. Jolly and I have been having a time of it. She has taken to going bananas in the middle of the night playing with my vertical blinds. I don't even like vertical blinds, but I can't replace them because she would destroy anything I would replace them with. But she's been breaking them. She's keeping me up half the night playing with them. I don't know what her problem is. Alright, so that's down. This one needs to go here. I'm trying to figure out. I think, yeah, these are not going to touch each other, so I can put this one down. Kind of there. Okay, and then this one is actually a little on top of that one, I think. Yeah. So this is actually getting glued there. I'm talking to myself. Yes, I know. Now she's just lying over here sweetly. Like, I'm a good girl. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to put this next to it. This won't be seen. Actually, you know what? Since it won't be seen, I think she's lying on them. Hang on. Are you lying on the wood pieces? Where are the wood pieces? Don't you bite me. Don't bite me, that's rude. I need that. Okay, I'm gonna pull over. I was gonna see if I could just break this, do you think? Yeah. So I just tore off the corner there where it's thin. Be careful you don't get a splinter if you do that. All right, so I'm thinking, since I'm just using it to support the butterfly rather than waste a leaf, I'm just gonna do that. Okay, you know what? I've got a brown Copic here, just in case it shows it all. Just a little bit. Okay. And I'll put that there. Whoa. Okay, apparently we won't put that there. Let's try that again. Did you not want to stick to that? Or did I just grab you too hard? Okay, there we go. All right, is all that down? All that's down, that's down. Okay, I'm gonna put my little hummingbird down. Like that. And then we have this guy. Way too much glue on that. And there. I think this wood sucks up the glue, so you have to use more than you think you're going to need. Okay, there's that. Did I glue that down? I did. And then we have this guy right here. Okay, I think everything's glued down. Now, I am going to let all this dry and walk away so that when I come back I can see if or what I want to add anywhere else. I'm still feeling like I want to add maybe a leaf or something down here. Maybe just there. I don't think it's, I could tuck it in there. I'm just going to do that because I know I want to do that. So let's get that in. Whoa, how much glue did I put? Okay, there we go. And then maybe, I know I keep fussing with it, but maybe the little tiny mate to that leaf there. Maybe that way. Got that. Where'd it go? Okay. still feel like I just need a little tiny something there, and I don't know what. Maybe I don't. Maybe what I need is to just walk away. Like I said I was going to do and then didn't. Okay, walking away, let everything dry, and then we'll see where we're at. But I think that's done. I think it's good enough. Okay, be right back. Let's move on and do the inside front cover. And I think I'm also going to add a couple of little birds to this page, but I'm not sure. I really want to use this blue bird. I don't think he works there. I'm going to have to find a home. Originally I was going to use him here, but I changed my mind. Okay, I think I'm just going to put this down because there's no dimension to it or anything. I'm just putting it there. This is one of the collectible pieces, and they are completely reversible. I am running out of room. I have so much stuff out. Okay, and I'm just tucking him down here. He's not even going to be that visible, but I was working on this side and I put him down over here and I just liked the way he looked, so I decided to go ahead and add him. So there's that. All right, so this is what I currently am planning for this side. And you can see why I wasn't very fussy putting down the rice paper, because a lot of it's not going to show, but it really does add a lot of background depth. That's why I like having it. Excuse me, terrible allergies today, as always. Okay, I'm just going to move these off to the side. That's my top group. This is the bottom group, which is subject to change. Okay, let's put that there, put that there. Okay, this is one of the cut aparts, and this is the inside. This is the front cover of the collectible sheet, and I am just gonna turn it over and use it here, just about like, not too high. Let me see. A little over about there. I'm playing with it to decide exactly where I want it. Right about there. Okay. And I have torn it top and bottom and around the corners and inked it. I have inked all of the elements, and I did go back, I'll show you on the other page, and added a little ink to just one section. What I like to do when I'm doing these things is take a photo and then take a look at the photo. Whoops. Because often you'll see something in a photo that you don't see in person, and that's what happened with that, and I will show it to you. I think I got that done very straight. I guess that's all right. Okay, everything's sliding around. And nothing is going underneath this, so I'm going to put this down next. And I'm just going to put that over to the side a little bit. Right about there. Okay, and then we are going to put these birds, oops, up here on the corner. Oh, you know what? I think I put this a little far that way because now the stick is sticking out. I just need to put it in far enough so that that stick is not sticking out, but it's fine. Oh, wrong glue. Where's my glue? Here it is. Making sure I'm putting the glue on the correct side. Okay. Put it down a little bit, like that. Tip it a little bit. There we go. Glue is going to dry clear, so that's fine. Oh, I didn't put any glue on that section. Let me add a little bit of glue there. Just, whoops, not that glue, that's Fabri-Tac. Okay, there we go. Okay, then down here, I'm going to use this piece of the wood. I'm going to put him on top of that, but as a base, I'm going to put this bird of paradise, just to add a little of this matching bright color underneath. So that is basically going right next to the card. Some glue seepage, but that's okay. Okay. That is going to go there, I think. I'm just kind of playing with it a little bit to make sure I have it where I want it. I want it in just a little bit. I want it down a little bit. I think right about there is pretty good. Now I'm using this cut apart, but you could use whatever actual photo you know you want there if you know, if you have something already that you're going to use. Okay, let's put that down. And this, I want to cover those two holes. I tried using twine, but I didn't care for it. So this is only going to get glue on his tail and the end of that stick. Coming up. I think I need a little bit more glue along this edge. Just press that down. Okay. And then, because we have that bird there, I thought we might just accent this with a couple of feathers. Maybe further down though. Like that. Okay. And I think I already inked these. I did. That one there. And then this one like that. Good. And then I have this little from the chipboards. This is from the wooden shapes. This is from the chipboards. That's chipboards. That's collectibles. That's collectibles, I think. And I need to put a little glue right there. Okay. Anyway, so this is from the chipboards, and we're going to put this right up here. is that. Got that there. All right, we're concentrating, like I said, on the main embellishing right now. I may tuck a little piece of wood or something behind him to see if he needs support, but he's getting quite a bit of support from that little tag, so we'll see. Okay, now before we can go any further on the cover, I need to do the same thing here and put rice paper down. I don't have to, but I'm going to before I do anything else, and then that'll have to dry. So let me get out my rice paper and decide what size I want to cut that. I think I want this to overlap onto the leather a bit, so I think I'm going to cut this ten and a half by 7, and we may do some tearing on it as well, but we're going to start at 10 and a half by 7. Okay, that's like that, and I think I will tear sort of along here, and then probably that corner as well. Now, rice paper does not just tear easily, not when it's dry anyway. This water is not clear because I've been doing some watercolor with it, but it's fine. It won't cause any problems. It's not a color that's a problem. So what you need to do to make your life easier to tear this stuff is just thinly, with a small brush, sort of paint a line. Oh, I've got some red on the brush, which I did not realize. Okay, but it's all right. Paint a line kind of where you want it to tear. And then it tears pretty easily right along that line that you drew. When you get to where it's dry, it's going to start doing funky things. So I'm just going to kind of keep my line going here. And when it stops tearing easily, you know, it's maybe because it's dried too much, just re-wet. And then we can still use this scrap that we're tearing off. So, all right, so there's that kind of. How's that look? That looks pretty good. So now it's only just sort of encroaching slightly onto that. That's fine. And then I'm going to tear up here. Good. And I'm going to do the same down here and just round that corner just a little bit. Okay. And I'm not going to ink this because I kind of want it to blend into the background. Set those aside in case I want to use them. pretty sure my craft mat is still covered with glitter. Okay, I may need a new craft mat. I just could not get that glitter off of it. So what I'm going to do, because I do want this to go on more smoothly than the one we just did, because more of this is probably going to show, although I'm not sure. So what I am going to do is just do a little bit of it at a time, working from the bottom up. And I still don't have a palette. I really need to acquire a few things because I've either misplaced, lost, wrecked, or otherwise rendered unusable quite a few of my things lately, it seems like. All right, where am I going to put this glue? Here we go. This will work. This is Velo glue from Stamperia. It's designed for rice paper, but you do not need it. You can use matte Mod Podge, will be just fine. Okay, so I just put down a little corner, and actually I could put this directly in the book, on the book, and then add the rice paper, which is what I may end up doing because this may take forever. I feel like I don't have it particularly straight, but it doesn't really matter. As long as it's reasonably straight, it's fine, since the edges are torn anyway. Turn this to the side so that I can sort of lift and glue as I go. I think I will try this way. Just put 3 little dots. If you get some wrinkles, it really doesn't matter. That kind of adds to the charm of rice paper, but you don't want it too wrinkly. A little bit more. Okay. And then I just like to go over at least the edges from the front. Leave that. I know that's going to dry clear, but I'm going to just wipe on the leather paper. There we go. Okay. That looks really good. wash my brush. We're going to let this dry, and then we are going to decorate our cover. All right, I'll be back. Let's keep going. I have kind of tried to move things to the side to clarify what I was doing, and this is the layout I think I'm going to go with. I think this is it. Okay. Let me slide everything off. Okay, like that. Of course, by the time I get everything down again, it'll probably be all different. I just want to show you what I have here. This is just a piece of ribbon, burlap, and this is much cheaper. I got this at Joann's, and it was much cheaper in the floral aisle than it was in the fabric trim area, so that's where that came from. This is the same book cloth that I put in the spine, but honestly it looks just like cheesecloth, only a lot more starch. So cheesecloth would be great if you have that. Just use that. So I just glued those down so I wouldn't lose them. And you know, you're going to need to sort of measure for yourself and put things as they look right for you. But I want to give you an idea. So this piece of burlap is about 7 inches, and then I frayed the sides, but it's about 2 inches wide. And then just a couple of scraps of cheesecloth. Okay, so that's that. And then the next layer that I'm going to do is I have this tree, the banana tree, and then I have this piece, which I think I'm going to put underneath, just there, like that. And then this piece is going to go like that. I think that works. So let's go ahead and do those things. And do I need to add any ink to this? I feel like I do. And I do have, just to try to ink these little things, one of these little dauber things that you put on your finger. All right, so that's going to go right about there. Might as well put it down. And I used art glitter glue to put this book cloth down, and I used Fabri-Tac to put that mesh down, or the burlap. And I'm just going to put that right about there. A lot of that's not going to show, but it'll give more depth. Okay, then the next thing is going to be this. And I'm going to put that right about there. I think that works. And I did already ink this piece. And I think that looks pretty good. Okay, that one's wanting to come up. And now the, oops, I dropped something. We also have this leopard. I just want to play around with him a little bit because I think I may put him down next. Or do I want to put it up there? Doesn't really matter. I can do it either way. I think I'll put him next though. And I'm going to put him, I'm still playing around a little bit here. Exactly where I want it. think right about there. Oops, let's go over here. I did leave the bottom on this cut apart because if I had cut up around the legs and the tummy, he would have looked like he was floating. This gives him something that he's standing on. Right about there, I think. Okay, there. And then this piece is going to go there. And this one I didn't put glue quite all the way to the edges because it's sitting on top of about 3 other layers, so it's up a little, so I'm fine with having it up and getting that dimension. Okay, now I have this piece is from the chipboards, and I'm going to put that right about there. And then I'm going to put this piece also from the chipboards facing in this direction, so kind of like that. Okay, and then I have this piece from the wooden shapes that I'm going to put sort of there, and I have this piece from the wooden shapes that I'm going to put right about there, so maybe a little higher on all these. Maybe something like that. Okay, so those are the next pieces to go down. This one I think I'm just going to glue right about here because most of it's going to be up. So I guess right about there. Okay. And then this one, I think I'm just going to glue on this side for the same reason. Like that. A little piece, a little bit of glue seepage right there, but that's going to dry clear, so it's okay. Just like that. Okay, and we're going to put this one down a little bit, and that one about there. Maybe up a little bit, maybe more about there. Okay. That. And then this one is pretty much all getting glued. Whoop, not that much. Okay, put that down. Okay, now I have this one, which is one of the wooden shapes. I'm thinking of just putting that right about there. Maybe angle it a little more, just to kind of hide this area here. It's a little gray. Like that. Okay. Then I have these, not that one, these ones, the yellow orchids in the wooden shapes. And I know I want to put one right there, and I'm trying to decide if I want to put a little one here. The big one doesn't really fit unless I put the big one there, and then small ones. But but I feel like I think the big one's kind of a distraction. I really only need a small one. Maybe 2 small ones. Not that. Well, I definitely want that one there, so I'm going to put it down. And I might maybe use another leaf. Small leaf. Okay, I think we're going to put that one just like that. And got a little. Okay. And I feel like I want something right there, but not anything very big. Just to add a little bit more color in that spot. Okay. And then I have one of the green Prima butterflies, and I'm thinking of putting it right there at the top of that banana tree. I don't know why I say I'm thinking about it. I have long since made up my mind that that's what I'm going to do. Hang on a sec. It's got like mesh where it was attached to the back of the paper from being packaged, and it was making a mess. Ugh, it's all over me now. Alright, let's try that again. I have way too much glue on there now. Okay, let that dry. And I was thinking, and I'm dithering, I don't think I'm going to, but I was thinking of putting this up here just to balance everything I have down here, but I don't think it needs it. I kind of feel like it might need another little something down here coming over. Too much. Let's see. That's too much. Would have had to really put this down first if I was going to use that. I still feel like I need something there, though. Maybe just that. Except it's kind of light. I don't really want something that light. I could use this one, and I could cut it. Let me trim it and see. It's got extra background on it. Maybe that, but I'm gonna need to cut it because it's too big. Now I'm afraid I'm gonna cut too much, so I'm gonna sneak up on it. And I think I'm gonna try to lift that up. That's pretty good. I don't need much. I just need a little something right there. I got a gap that I don't like. All right, let me ink this. What did I do with my little? There it is. I'm inking this pretty heavily because I don't want it to stand out, and the lighter something is, the more it stands out. I just want to give myself a little bit of green in that spot. Yeah, just like that. Okay, that's good. Hang on. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to tuck a little glue up under there to hold that down. And then I've got that little wooden leaf. I'm trying to decide if I want to use it or not. I feel like if I use it, I will need to add more flowers. And I only have 2 of those, and I don't like to use 2. And this one is too big. Don't like that. All right. Oh, you know what? I have this little piece that I just cut off of that leaf. And if I cut it into a leaf shape, I could tuck it right in there. That'll work. I just want to hide this a little, you probably can't even see it on camera, but there's a tiny little gap there that I just want to fill with something. That's good. That filled in that little gap, which is all I really wanted. Perfect. Okay. Whew. Cover this. I am good with that. Let me pick it up so I can actually see it. Yep. I am perfectly fine with that. Okay. Now, on the spine, I really don't like putting a lot on my spines because I want the book to be flat when you're trying to read it or look at it. So I was thinking something like that, except that's awfully small. Yeah, maybe just this one little tag. I'll do that at the end. I have some dots here too that I might add. Alright, so that's done. That we put our little bird on, and I think that's all it needed. We didn't do anything on these. I'm going to take them out, to tell you the truth. If you see something in there in the walkthrough, you'll know I did something, but I don't have a lot of paper left. Plus, I just really like the clean look of that. And do we want to add, I just said I like the clean look, so I don't really want to add anything to it. I think this is fine. We're going to add charms on these. I just need to get stuff. There's that. I almost wish I had matted this with this same thing so that it would look like a continuous mat when it was in there, but I didn't think of it at the time. Do we want to put anything here? I have a piece, here's some leaves. I have this piece that I didn't use on the cover, but again, I feel like it's gilding the lily a little bit. This is fine. I don't feel like it needs anything. This is definitely doesn't need anything. Just looking at what I've got here. Hang on. And of course we have, okay, oh, we have to do this. Okay. All right, let's do that because I don't really know what I'm going to have left after. Ugh. Okay. Whoa. Didn't even see those. Flung them on the floor. Okay. All right. Let's do this guy. I forgot all about him. Finding a spot for this again. Okay, let's do this guy. He's so cute, he doesn't really need a whole lot, but my original intention was to do quite a bit, but then I kind of messed it up, so. All right, what do we got here? Still have that one. I like that on there. And I don't think we need that. He's kind of the star of the previous page. We kind of already did something major with this guy and a tag, so I don't think we need that. I think any animal we put is going to detract from the sloth, although I've really been wanting to use this and I have not found a home for it. We'll go back through the book, see if I can find a home for it. Otherwise, I have an idea where I might use it. And not going to use that, not going to use that. Like I said, I feel like any animal we add is going to detract. Although this guy's pretty cool. And we used that already. I mean, that's cool, but it's not in the water, so it looks kind of funny. Well, we have the hibiscus. And we have, I think that's a passion flower, but I'm not 100% sure. This orchid. Okay. I think we're about out of leaves. Oh, got one over here. Hang on. Maybe that needs to be on the other side. I feel like I'm just adding too much to this. That's actually kind of pretty. We have this little bud as well. Whoops. But does it look better? I mean, does it improve things? Do we put that down and then drop that on top and then hide it all? I don't think so. I kind of like that though. I'll have to trim this. Let me trim this leaf. You know, I'm calling this a leaf, but in fact this might actually be a green feather. Now that I look at it closely, it looks more like a feather than a leaf. But I'm going to use it like a leaf. Okay. Alright, so let me go ahead and ink it. Just going to take that end off. Alright, and I need to ink that. Actually, I think I need to ink everything. I'm not fussing a lot with these. I just don't want any bright white to show on the edge. And I need to trim that one, I think. It's another feather that I'm using as a leaf. There's that. Let me trim this. Okay, so what do I have? I had this kind of here, right? And that there. This was underneath. Maybe more like that. That going that way, or do I want to go in more that way? No, this way, because that's going that way. So that way, and that, right? And then just that, just a little bit hanging out the bottom. I kind of want that on top of that, if I can. Well, I don't think I can. Okay. I want that more upright. And I think I want this underneath that. I think that looks better. And then this can be more overt. Okay. All right, so this is first. And I think I want it right about there. Okay. And then this, and I'm just going to trim some of this extra background now that I'm getting ready to glue it down. Okay. All right. It's going to be better. Not quite so clunky looking. And down a little bit, and maybe angled a little bit, just about like that. I just want an idea of where it should fall. And if you think you're going to put a picture on the front of this, then don't even bother with any of this. You can always add a little something after you've put the picture down. Ooh, I think that's too low. Right about there. Okay. That. Okay. And then that, like that, works. That there, but we want this right there, so let's do that first. Put this down just so it's pointing right into the corner. That's going to go like that, and then we want this bud, and I think that bud should go right about there, and I'm happy with it, so I'm not even going to move it. I'm just going to some glue under it. Okay, there we go. I like that. Okay, that's good. Just, I almost feel like I want something there, but I don't really have anything to put there. I don't want that. I could cut a little leaf out of this. We have this tiny little blue one. Cutting a tiny leaf. Do I need it there? I'm going to put it there. I probably don't need it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Ooh. It's so tiny. Just there. Okay, that's good. We still have this little cricket thing that we haven't used yet. Do we want to tuck him down here? Nope, just a distraction. Okay, I think that's good. All right. Let's take one. Let's see, this thing I think I'm going to put on the spine. Still have cut aparts, so we should be able to do a little project with those, and so I can do some of those things on that. we have to put our charms. Okay, so that's the next thing to do is the charms. Oh, that looks really nice. Look how that comes across. Perfect. I never even noticed that. Okay. Nice. I like that. I don't think, I mean, I have, like I said, I have this blue one that I kind of have been wanting to use. We could stick him right there. Why not? He fits perfectly. All right, let me get him inked. I feel like I've already inked this guy somewhat. I think I was going to use him facing in another direction somewhere else, so I did the other side. Okay. So I'm just going to sit him right on the curve of this leaf. I think that's good right there. Perfect. I don't think I can fit another butterfly. I mean, it would, but I've got a lot going on here. I think I'm going to call that done. All right, so I'm going to set this aside to dry again. I think we're doing a lot of drying. And I'm going to need, let's see, grommets, some jump rings, and some charms. So let me grab those. I am so happy I found all my charms. I don't know if I mentioned it on camera or not, but I cleaned up and I misplaced my charms, but I found them. Now I need to pull out the ones I need for this collection. When you order from Scrap and Create, you get these mesh bags full of wonderful like charms and metal pieces and things. Which one is this? That's not it. I think this is the one I want. So, and I'm thinking instead of jump rings, I may just use garment pins. All right, let's see what I've got here to work with. Oh, that one's awesome. Extremely large, but it would work. Butterflies, lots of butterflies. Leaves, there's a little lizard, feathers. Much as I want to use that, I feel like it's going to be too big. Okay, well, I know I don't need the corners. Although, you know what, if we put this one on the top, we'd have plenty of room to dangle. All right, so that's a possibility there. The only thing is it's kind of out of scale with the rest of them. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to pair them up 2 by 2. So if we do that one, and maybe that one, and this one and this one, and then this one with this tree, and this lizard with these trees. How's that? All right, that's what I'm gonna do. And then I may find a home for that wonderful parrot in our second project. Now, I've mentioned several times I have basically no paper left. What I do have left are cut apart sheets of the square cut aparts, and we'll make little albums to accommodate those. But this is what I'm thinking for these. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. And they need to hang outside the book, so they're going to have to be on this part, but I don't think I want them right on the end. I think I want them at, like, if this is 3 o'clock and this is 6 o'clock, right? I want them at about 4:30, between 4 and 5, like just diagonally down right about there, and then in about a 1/4 inch. I'm going to have to eyeball it, but think of it like that. I need to get 4 grommets because I still haven't bought grommets. I'm just dumping these out so I can get some that match. I don't want anything shiny. I have like a matte black. I don't think I have any of the bronze or coppery ones left, which is too bad because they would have looked good. That's shiny. I don't want that. It's like a matte gray-ish sort of color. That'll work. If I have 4. That's there. There. Have I got one more? There we go. I think those are all the same color. Hang on. No, that's like a shinier one. There we go. 4 of the matte black. Blackish. Okay, now I think what I'm going to do is just do the first one. And I don't want it to be too far in because I want the pin, I don't want to have trouble with the pin. Okay, hopefully that's a good spot because that's where it's going. Oh wait, before I do that, so then what I was thinking is I'll just put this one on top of each of this next ones and make a mark, and that's where I will punch the next ones. Okay. Just got it lined up. Mark. And this one. Oops. And the mark. Okay. That's that one, that one. Keep in order. Okay. And you don't have to do this step if you don't have a grommet setter. What is this thing? A crocodile. Or you could just use an office hole punch and a little matching reinforcements. Okay. And the last one. Okay. sorry about that. I have a handle for this desk that's in front of me, and it squeaks, and I keep meaning to get rid of it, but I haven't bought a new knob for it. And I never remember it until I'm sitting here. First one, actually. Oh. Okay, there's those. I don't think I'm not gonna need those because I think I'm gonna put, like I said, I think I'm gonna use garment pins. That's these little bulb pins, garment pins. You can get them on Amazon. I think I have them linked below. If I don't, I'll try to remember. But just if you search bulb pins and don't find these, try garment pins. And I want this one because it's got the water lily on it. And I've just put the pin through the grommet, threading the charms onto it and closing it, and then just sort of turn it back upside down so that the bulb part is facing down with the charms dangling from it, like so. Cute. Okay, that's one. And then let's do this one. That's the third one, that's the fourth one, that's the first one. Okay. Definitely gonna have to do some cleanup before I can film the walkthrough of this. What a mess I've got going on here. And two. That just means you're having fun if you're gonna miss, right? And I have no closure on this album. It doesn't need it. If you want to do a closure, by all means do it. We left enough room for a chain closure, or you could do a ribbon closure. You know, whatever you want to do, but I felt like it just didn't need it, so I didn't do it. Now, one thing I was thinking of doing was putting some little crystals in, but I don't know. I think I've got enough going on. This one's a little tricky because of the, it's got so many magnets in it. Well, it doesn't have that many, but it does not want to go in. There it goes. Okay. Alright, so there's our charms, which will dangle down like that when it's open. I hope you can see that. Alright. We're done. I love this. I love them all, but, you know, the last one you make is always your favorite. Alright, well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope you make it so much fun. The only thing that I would say is maybe get 3 12x12s if you're going to make something this big. We got it done with 2. We did 2 12x12s and 2 8x8s, and it was enough. And I may even go back and take the few little 8x8s I have left and make a few more inserts, but we'll see. But we're calling it done. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to visit Scrap and Create to purchase your supplies. I'll have a link down below. There's a cutting guide for the project on my blog, which I never go to my blog. It's literally there only to host the downloads. If you try to reach out for me there, I won't even see it. Just leave a comment here. Anyway, but you can go and get that. And please like, share, and subscribe. I guess that is it. And I will see you for the next project. Thanks for watching. Have a great one. Bye.